Well, I'm in chapter 12 of Judges, and there's a Jebediah, and he just got done defeating the Ammons, and the Ephraimites, whatever. They're like get mad at him because he fought the Ammons on his own, and they're like really mad. They're gonna threaten to burn his house down because he didn't come and get them to fight in the battle. And he's like, hey, you didn't come when I called, right? And so he ends up fighting them and defeating them. And but it's just like taking haters to a whole new level. That just blows my mind. The next chapter, couple chapters about Samson, and that's going to be fun. It just blows my mind. You know, when I'm looking at this thing, I'm looking at, okay, conscious mind, subconscious mind. Okay, so your subconscious mind is, you know, it's designed to protect you. Okay, and so it's not designed to make you progress. And what's really crazy is what just happened with the Ephraimites, whatever their name is. See, Jebediah having success bothered them, made him look bad. Okay, and that made him mad enough they wanted to like burn his house down and kill him, right? Because they didn't move. All right. Oh man, I'm talking to some people, and I know you're thinking of you're seeing it happening right now. Well, here's what happens when you're dealing with people, and then they give you an excuse, or they talk about that, you know, oh, but what about this? What about that? Right? Right? They're trying to shake you up. They're trying to bring you down to their level. And it's the same. It's always the same. Well, what if you go? Well, what if I do succeed? Right? What if, you know? What if I am? What if this does work? Okay. And you don't let them phase you, or you know, okay, we'll deal with that. Anything else? Right? There's always something else, all right? Always something else, and you know, it's keeping them. It's keeping them back. You know, there's a thing about themselves that they don't like, they don't want to look at, and it's crazy. They don't like it, but they don't want to look at it, and they got to look at it in order to change. And that, wow. I hadn't been able to run for almost 2 months. I actually ended up with tendonitis in my knee and my right knee and my right ankle. But I didn't recognize it as tendonitis because there was a lot of swollen pain. I thought it was something else. But then when the pain and swelling went down, you know, there's a cluster of tendons on the inside of your knee that, and then I had my right knee and right ankle. And so they're still tender, but I was able to run. I did 3 miles this morning. Actually, I ran a mile and a half to the gym, worked out, ran back this morning. While I was on the way back, I was listening to Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson was talking about the Peter Pan story, and mostly talking about Captain Hook. And he's talking about time. Things deteriorate over time. Your health deteriorates over time, and you know, I'm thinking about my knee and my ankle, right? And I'm like, golly, you know, I don't want it. I don't want it to go back. I'm thinking, you know, about, you know, the time value of money. I'm thinking about, you know, Jordan Peterson talks about the crocodile going after Captain Hook being chaos, and he's at this clock, you know, that he bit the hand off of Captain Hook that was holding the clock. And that's how come he's got the clock inside him. but that clock is time. Okay, and then the crocodile represents chaos, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So here I am reading the Bible, and I'm like, okay, so here's when I first came to know that God was real. I was just trying to get my focus on God, on the Holy Spirit, right? And I just couldn't do it. Throughout the day, there's just too many distractions. And I was taking my TAPS class in the Transition Assistance Program, getting out of the Navy, and the guy running the class gave us a quiz. What's your favorite animal? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite body of water? Imagine you're in a room, 4 walls, a ceiling, and a floor. You know they're there, you can't see them, or you can't touch them. So we had to have 3 adjectives describing the color, describing the animal, describing the body of water, and how those adjectives, the color and how we described it was how other people saw us. And the 3 adjectives describing the animal was how we see ourselves. And the body of water represented sex as it pertains to us. The 3 adjectives would represent sex. And then the room, the 4 wall, ceiling, and floor that that they can't see or can't touch them, that represented death. So me, I'm like, okay, that would be the perfect place, no distractions. I can just focus on God and the Holy Spirit. And that room represented death. And I'm like, oh. So that's what I've been trying to do ever since, is trying to get myself to that point where once once lights go out and they put me in the ground, that I'm not trapped in a loop of memories from my past or thoughts that I've had, my whole life. I'm going straight to Jesus. Okay. So I'm sitting in meditation every morning for 20 minutes and getting my conscious mind and my subconscious mind working together. And what was interesting, David Goggins talks about that, and he he really gets after his subconscious mind. He shuts it down. He's real harsh with it, right? And then Matthew Ferry plays with his subconscious mind. All right. Joe Dispenza just makes himself nothing, right? Just totally pulls himself out of his body, right? He just shuts everything out. He's nothing. Okay. Well, I had a hard time with that, doing it that way. But what I could do, and it's coming from habitual thoughts or actions, is my subconscious mind like an avatar of myself, stand there at attention, waiting for inspection, waiting for orders, just like when I was in the military. That's what you did, right? You stand there at attention, and I'd be totally confident I was going to get a outstanding, because I always did. And that was, and so doing that, I'm able to focus, get out of, stop the voices, stop the erroneous thoughts, the doubt, the fear, the anxious thoughts, the distracting thoughts, right? Stop. Okay. And my focus is who I need to be to have what I want. Okay. And how to put my focus on other people to help them see their potential, help them see, where they can go. It's really interesting. Birds of a feather flock together. There's people that I'm around now, a lot of them now, that are the same way. Very positive people, have strong faith. Okay. And very interesting. Last night, it was really funny. It was awesome. Bernadette Kim did training on Joe Dispenza's teaching. It was her birthday, and I was looking for books for John Maxwell. So I went to this used bookstore, and somebody went in there and bought out all the John Maxwell books. And I'm looking, and I found this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza, and I gave it to Bernadette, and she loved it. Okay. And she's got a nursing, she's a nurse, so she can understand. I mean, she gets all this stuff. So she did teaching on what he was talking about, changing your mindset, okay, changing how you think, changing who you are by how you think, all right, and it was just tickling me to death. It's like, she bought the whole course for Joe Dispenza, right, and it's just the funniest thing. I'm not even buying the course. I bought his book. I read his book. I liked his book. That's why I'm meditating, right? And but here she is teaching. Joe Dispenza's teaching me the stuff in the book I gave her. Isn't that right? Isn't that amazing? All right. So back to the death. When time is not on our side. We're getting closer to that end every minute, every second. Okay. And if we got to have it together. We got to have it. Because otherwise, the next step is eternity. And if we don't have it, I mean, when I meditate now, I'm meditating on what I'm reading in the Bible. And I'm thinking about, like right now, I'm in the book of Judges. I'm thinking about what is going on. It's the same people, the Amorites and the Hittites and the Moabs, and they're all, I looked it up. That's all right around, Israel and Lebanon and Jordan, that area, that region of the world. They call themselves Palestinians. But really, they're just the same old people. The Philistines, the same group of people that have united under the term Palestinians. But there'll never be peace because they'll fight each other because they're not united. Okay. They're just united against Israel. Okay. It's been that way